The way you view yourself shapes how others see you. You are the result of your thoughts, and your mind designs your future. If you think you are unimportant, the world will treat you the same. But if you believe you are powerful, the world won't have any option except to recognize your presence. True greatness doesn't come from outside approval, but from a strong belief inside that you were made to stand out. When you start your day, what you think about yourself matters more than what others think. If you tell yourself you are the best, your actions will naturally follow that belief. Confidence isn't arrogance. It's the proof of a mind that refuses to accept being less than great. History shows us again and again that those who change the world aren't always the most talented, educated, or lucky. They're simply the ones who believe they were meant for more. When someone carries themselves with confidence, people listen. Opportunities appear and doors open. The world doesn't reward doubt, it rewards certainty. You don't need anyone's permission to be great. No one will hand you confidence on a silver plate. It grows from inside you. Act as if you're the best, and you'll develop the habits, mindset, and discipline that set you apart. Don't wait to feel confident. Start by acting confident. Confidence is a choice you make every day. There's no such thing as waiting to be ready. Readiness comes from taking action, not from hesitating. The most successful people aren't always the smartest or the strongest. They're the ones who never doubt themselves. They enter every room like they belong, speak with conviction, and move like they've already won. This isn't about pretending. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. Doubt steals chances before you even try. It's a quiet enemy that makes you shrink when you should stand tall. But when you choose to act like you're the best, you silence that doubt. You train your mind to welcome challenges instead of avoiding them. You face every task, conversation, and obstacle with the belief that you've already won. Once you decide to believe in your greatness, everything changes. How you walk, how you speak, and how you capture attention. These shifts happen because you made a decision. Confidence isn't given, you take it. Those who wait to feel ready will always wait. Those who say they're ready make their own success. Your thoughts control your actions. Think like a winner, and you'll act like one. Your mind is the command center of your whole being, guiding how you move, speak, and respond. Every action starts in your mind. If you see yourself as weak, you'll act uncertain. But if you see yourself as strong, you'll walk with purpose. Your mind leads, your body follows. When you fill your mind with positive thoughts, your actions will follow naturally. Think about the difference between someone who expects to win and someone who expects to fail. The winner stands tall, makes eye contact, and speaks with certainty. Their posture shows their confidence. But the one who expects to fail hesitates, speaks quietly, avoids eye contact, and stays hidden. They don't realize their body is just following their mind's instructions. The world responds to what you project, and you project what you believe. You can't let your body move before your mind decides where to go. Athletes don't just train their bodies. They train their minds to see victory first. Leaders don't wait for perfect conditions. They shape conditions through their belief in what's possible. The biggest achievements in history didn't happen by chance. They began as ideas in the minds of those who refused to accept limits. If you think like the best, act like the best, and carry yourself like the best, the world will have no choice but to treat you that way. Both faith and fear need belief in the unseen. The choice is yours. Fear isn't the absence of faith. It's faith in the wrong outcome. Believing something bad will happen without proof. Fear misuses imagination, projecting failure before it happens. The energy you use to doubt yourself can be turned into belief in your success. Everyone feels fear sometimes, but those who succeed train themselves to choose faith instead. When they face uncertainty, they don't ask, "What if I fail?" They ask, "What if I succeed?" This change in thinking changes everything. Fear makes you hesitate, faith makes you act. Fear keeps you small, faith makes you rise. The mind can't tell the difference between faith and fear. It follows the strongest thought. If you feed your mind doubt, you'll hesitate and lose chances. If you fill it with belief, you'll move with confidence and attract success. Greatness doesn't come from avoiding fear, but from facing it with faith. The most powerful people aren't fearless. They just refuse to let fear decide for them. They believe what lies ahead is greater than what they fear. Success isn't a one-time event, it's a series of consistent actions. Greatness grows from habits practiced every day. Many think successful people were just lucky to be in the right place at the right time. But really, their preparation met opportunity. They became great long before anyone noticed because of their discipline. Look at the most successful people. They all follow daily routines that sharpen skills, expand knowledge, and build strong mindsets. Habits shape who you are. Someone who wakes early, plans their day, and focuses will outperform those who drift without direction. Every habit either pulls you closer to greatness or pushes you away. How you speak, carry yourself, and face challenges reflects your habits over time. To be the best, train yourself to think, act, and operate at a higher level every day. Many want success but aren't willing to build the habits for it. They admire discipline in others but don't develop it themselves. The difference between success and average is consistency, not talent. Those who keep improving, learning, and pushing will rise above those who only try sometimes. The best don't practice only when they feel like it. They practice whether they feel like it or not. When you respect yourself, others will follow. How you treat yourself sets how others treat you. If you don't respect yourself, you can't expect respect from others. Respect isn't demanded, it's earned through your actions, mindset, and presence. The world responds to confidence, which comes from knowing your worth. Someone who respects themselves doesn't accept mediocrity. They don't let negativity, laziness, or doubt control their actions. They walk with purpose, speak with certainty, and carry themselves with dignity. When you value yourself, you don't wait for others to validate you because you already know your worth. This inner confidence creates an energy others sense. They listen differently, speak differently, and treat you with respect you've already given yourself. Those who lack self-respect are easily influenced by others' opinions. They seek approval, change to fit in, and hesitate to stand out. But those who truly respect themselves don't worry about fitting in. They focus on rising above. They know their value isn't set by others' opinions, but by their own standards. Once you realize your worth, the world will have no choice but to recognize it too. You don't become the best. You uncover the best version of yourself. Greatness isn't something you get from outside. It's already inside, waiting to be brought out. Many spend their lives looking outside for meaning, not knowing everything they need is already within. The difference between those who rise and those who don't is that the great see their potential and take steps to grow it. Everyone is born with unique gifts, talents, and skills, but these stay hidden until you develop them. A seed has the potential to be a tree, but it must be planted, watered, and nurtured to grow. Similarly, your potential waits for you to activate it. Most people never take the time to nurture what's inside. They let distractions, doubts, and fears stop them from becoming who they can be. Instead of digging deep and growing their strengths, they settle for comfort and the familiar. To find your best self, you must push beyond your limits. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when you challenge yourself, take risks, and face situations that force you to improve. The best version of you isn't found by avoiding difficulty, but by facing it head on. Every challenge is a chance to discover how strong, capable, and smart you really are. When you stop seeing obstacles as walls and start seeing them as stepping stones, you unlock your true potential. Every setback is a chance to prove nothing can stop you. Challenges don't break you, they build you. Life will test you in ways you don't expect, but those tests prepare you for something bigger. Every successful person has faced failure, rejection, and hardship. But what sets them apart is how they respond. They don't let problems define them. They use them to grow stronger. People who let challenges defeat them never move forward. They see obstacles as excuses to quit, not reasons to push on. But those who refuse to give up develop a mindset that turns problems into advantages. Instead of asking why me, they ask what can I learn? This change in thinking makes all the difference. Resistance means you're on the right track. No one who achieved greatness did it without struggle. The weightlifter gets stronger by lifting heavier. The runner gets faster by pushing through tiredness. Growth comes from resistance, and success comes from not giving up. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you rise above limits that hold you back. Your words shape your world. Speak with confidence and vision. How you speak shows what you think. If you sound doubtful, uncertain, or hesitant, it reflects how you see yourself. But when you speak with confidence, clarity, and strength, the world listens. The most powerful people don't have the loudest voices. They have the strongest belief in their words. They don't waste time on empty talk. Every word they say carries weight because they truly believe it. Speaking like you own the room isn't arrogance, it's presence. When you enter, people feel the energy of someone who knows their path. Your words should show the vision you carry. Small minds talk about problems. Great minds talk about possibilities. If you want to be the best, your language must show leadership, authority, and purpose. Every sentence should match where you're going, not where you've been. The greatest speakers in history didn't just have skill with words. They spoke with mission. They didn't use weak phrases. They declared their vision powerfully. Because they believed it, others believed it too. When you speak, do it with certainty. Don't apologize for your greatness. Don't soften your message to comfort others. Speak like you expect success, like your words can shape reality. Because they can. The best don't ask permission. They inspire others. Influence isn't about approval. It's about setting a standard so high others can't ignore it. Those who change the world don't wait to be accepted. They make their own space, find their own value, and set their own rules. The greatest leaders weren't always welcomed, but they didn't shrink to fit in. They stood firm until the world adjusted. When you know who you are, you don't need approval. Many spend life seeking approval, afraid to stand out. But the best know their job isn't to blend in, it's to lead. Leadership isn't given, it's taken. People follow those sure of themselves, not those trying to be liked. If you walk confident, carry yourself with excellence, and demand your best, influence will come naturally. The world doesn't notice those waiting for permission. It notices those who act boldly. The difference between leaders and followers is stepping forward without waiting for approval. The best create their own chances, make their own paths, and set their own rules. They don't ask, will they accept me? They say, this is who I am, and let actions speak. Greatness isn't just for a few. It's for anyone brave enough to claim it. The world doesn't decide who rises. You do. When you act like the best, you step into a world where nothing's impossible. Everyone who achieved great things first believed in themselves before anyone else did. They didn't wait for the world's approval. They moved forward with strong confidence, knowing actions speak louder than words. Your mindset is your greatest power. If you think small, you'll live small. If you think like the best, you'll start acting like the best. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your words shape how you show up. Your actions shape your future. The key isn't waiting to feel ready, it's moving forward as if you already are. When you decide to live like the best, your habits change, your attitude changes, and how people treat you changes. You weren't made to live with doubt, fear, or hesitation. You were made to stand tall, walk with authority, and make an impact. Everyone has greatness inside them, but only those who choose it will see it happen. The difference between success and failure isn't luck or talent. It's the mindset that says, I am here to win. The world follows those who walk with certainty. When you believe you're the best, you carry yourself differently. You don't ask, can I do this? You say, this is mine to take. Challenges aren't walls to stop you. They're tests to prove your strength. When hard times come, they're not reasons to quit. They're chances to show nothing can shake you. The best don't run from struggle. They rise. They see every setback as a setup for an even bigger win. Don't let fear, doubt, or failure define you. Move forward knowing success belongs to those who won't settle for less than their best. The world doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards action. It doesn't wait for the unsure, it follows the certain. Choose to be the person who sets the bar, speaks with authority, and moves with purpose. When you enter a room, enter like you belong. When you face a challenge, do it believing you've already won. When you chase your dreams, go after them with relentless drive, knowing you can achieve them. No one is better than you. Not because you're competing with others, but because your only competition is who you were yesterday. The best don't compare themselves to others. They focus on becoming their best self. When you do that, the world can't help but recognize your greatness.